Hello everybody, what is up? Thank you for watching this video, thank you for being here. In this video I'm going to do some technical analysis, and I'm also going to break down what was going through my mental game today, because trading, I think that it's mostly technical analysis, but I also think it can also be fully mental. The mental aspect of it can be the most important thing, and oftentimes it is. It just kind of depends on the day. And I'll explain more about what I mean by that later in the video. I'm kind of sick. I feel pretty crappy. I've got a throbbing headache. I may not look like super bad or sick right now, but man, my headache, it's like not so bad that I can't do anything, but it's like bad enough that it makes everything I do feel worse and crappy and 3 times harder. So I'm not here to complain or about my situation. My situation is what it is, and there's no changing that. So I should just accept it. But yeah. So what do I have on my screen, guys? What I have on my screen right now is my daily plan that I complete before the market, and I do some work on it the night before. And I did not do that yesterday and today before the market opened, and I definitely didn't go in with the right mental game. So what I was saying earlier about the mental game versus the technical game is a lot of psychological problems when you're starting out at trading come from not having a good technical game. You don't know what you're doing, and you're risking your money and you're losing your money. So the appropriate mental response is to have bad psychology. You can't fix your psychology when you don't have a plan and don't know what you're doing, which it's putting the cart before the horse. And I feel like a lot of retail does that. They hear like Mark Douglas or someone talking about how important psych is, and they're like, oh, I don't need a plan, I just need to fix my psych. It's like, no, I spent a year and a half, 2 years trying to not have a trade without a plan and fix my psych, and I guess what, I always blew up. So you gotta have a plan, and you gotta go through the process each day. And I had a really great day yesterday, brilliant day, uh, but it could have been even better. But I had a good day, and I kind of let it go to my head. I was too happy. I wasn't happy because of the dollar amount win. I was happy because I followed my process. But I have to go through the process before, which is super basic. It's just answering a few questions, which I have right here, that just help me determine how I want to trade that day. It helps me be objective. And then as I make each trade, um, as I make each trade, I basically, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought just because I'm so sick. As I make each trade, I fill out this questionnaire. And the reason I kind of was losing my thought is because I was thinking, maybe I should add one more thing here. Because I added one more thing here today. I said, my friend told me this to me. He said, you only need one setup to become rich. And then he also, told me this Jim Rogers quote. I just wait until there is money lying in the corner, and all I have to do is go over there and pick it up. I do nothing in the meantime. And those quotes really did help my psychology. So at this point, I did have a plan. This was after 3 years of trading. I know, it took me a while. And I finally have a plan. And then I needed to fix my psychology. So I fixed my psychology by being super process oriented, by going through this checklist, and focusing on following the process, not the money. So I think I'm going to add another question here. Oh, what? I'll say, is this your one setup? Yeah, I'll put it in quotes. And this way, This way, it's just another question I have to ask myself before I trade, because, guys, I took a dumb trade today, and I want to eliminate these dumb trades from my decisions. I feel like I was starting to, and that's why I've had some success. And I'm lucky today to be even. So I don't want this video to drag on. Let me just show you my dumb trades. I don't think I took that many videos because my brain, I just wasn't following my plan today. So this was the first trade. This was a pre-market trade, very bullish off of the CPI news. The last candle before the market closed, I wanted to try and get long. We had a break of the prior bar buy, so I got long. And then it came down and it stopped me out. And it did end up continuing up quite a bit today, but oh well. Next trade, I tried to get long again because of the break of the high. Or no, maybe that was the first trade. Sorry, yeah, that was how the trade started. This was how it ended. So yeah, I had a break of that prior bar high. And then what was the other one? Oh yeah, this RTY trade. It pushed down pretty hard on RTY, consolidated, had this hammer bar down, this consolidation bar, just traded the low of that and the breakdown, and I made back all the money from my 2 losses. I think they might be in the Discord. Let's check the Discord. Yeah, I think I posted a lot today in the Discord, actually. I wrote quite a lot about what I did today. So check out the Discord. It's in the description. It's free. But let's see. Yeah, I passed on this long, and then I ended up taking a long and regretting it, so I got out right away. I don't know. I was trying to do way too much today, and I was uncomfortable letting anything ride and hold because, number one, I didn't go through my checklist. I didn't go through my process and my plan, which helps me feel confident, which is that Excel sheet I showed earlier. Here. No. Here. And God, I'm sorry, my brain is just hard because I'm sick. I'm sorry I'm so low energy. This video is probably kind of a downer to watch, so I totally get that. But I appreciate, you sticking around and getting through this with me. Alright, let's end on a positive note. I'm just going to fill out what I can and show you how I my thought process. So let's open up a new Safari tab. Let's go to market, or let's go to MME. I think day trading, maybe right here. Yeah, trading economics. So tomorrow there's retail sales month over month. I don't know. I don't know what tomorrow's going to do. I mean, maybe it could be volatile again, just based off the news today. God. So, okay. So this is what we do. We go to the market moving events. We see there's a red folder event at 6:30. We go back here and we say MME at 6:30. And it was called the what? It was called the retail sales month over month. We can adjust the charts, the prior day high, the prior day low, and the prior day close. So that's this is all stuff you should do before the next day starts, just so when you start the next day you're ready. It's a way to show up for yourself and show yourself that you're taking trading seriously and you care about it. And it's just, if you can't even open your computer and do 5 minutes of work on Excel, you shouldn't be allowed to trade the next day. And maybe I shouldn't have traded today at all because I had a pretty damn good day the day before, and I should have just rested. And it probably also because I feel like crap, and it's kind of hard to make good decisions when you feel like crap. I felt a pressure to do something, and these are all things that will kill you when you trade. Another thing, I like to trade based off relative strength. So if I like to short the index that has the most relative weakness if the market is overall weak, and I like to long the index that has the most overall strength in a market that's bullish. And here's where I get confused. So let's look at the hourly charts first, and then let's look at the daily chart. So on hourly, MES, MNQ, and RTY right here. RTY on the hourly looks to be the most bullish to me because it's above all three moving averages. The 9 is above the 21. They're both above the 200. I think that's the 200. Maybe it's the 100. Maybe it's the 65. Oh, it's the 65. So the purple acts as the 9. On the daily chart, this purple line is the 9 EMA on the daily. So just, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the most bullish because here, look at the 21 hasn't crossed above the 63. Same on the MES. But then we go to the daily chart, and RTY is the most bearish because both the 9 and the 21 are below the 65. On the MNQ, both of them are above. It's still bearish because the 9 is below the 21, but both of these moving averages are still bearish, but they're still above the 65. And then same on MES, it's like crossed. So the reason I say this is like on the daily chart, RTY is the most bearish, MNQ is the most bullish. But on the hourly chart, RTY is the most bullish, where MNQ is the most bearish because we're getting so it's all mixed up, and this is why my friend who is a swing trader is just not really trading right now. He's in capital preservation mode. It was so hard to not have a Guinness before I made this or while I made this. Like, Guinness sounds so good, but I think I'll just have to have a Tylenol. Anyway. But I have a ton of work to do today after this. This is a bad day. Fuck. I'm not here to complain about my problems. I'm sorry. I gotta have the David Goggins approach, you know? Not actually. Fuck, I kind of feel a fever coming on. Hey, I'm still making a video though. So tomorrow, I don't know. I might just sit out if I still feel like crap in the morning. But I shouldn't have traded today. That's for sure. I'm lucky that I just ended like $3 up. Let's look at my P&L, by the way. First loss, down 107. Lost like $100 before fees. Second loss, down 260. I'm like, fuck. I'm pissed at myself. I knew I shouldn't have traded, is what I thought. Let me pull up the Discord, my next trade. I'll just put this over here. Oh, sorry for all this movement. Where did I... This is what I did. I got short here. No, that was the RTY. I got short here. This was my... Okay, I do have a screenshot. This was my MES trade that I lost 150 on. This was my dumbest trade of the day. So, first of all, this is not the most bearish index. RTY is the most bearish index. This index opened and pushed up and then started to fizzle down. RTY opened and RTY opened and immediately pushed down, pushed up, couldn't make a new high, started pushing down again. In fact, bar 13 would have been a really great bar to short. Bar 9 would have been a good bar to short too, I think, except for that it's kind of inside the range. Okay? This is still inside the range too, but it's like it's a failure at the top of the range when there's a huge gap underneath. So it's different. I mean, I guess that's a failure at the top of the range too, but and I don't know. That's why you can use time stops as a thing too. I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky. I mean, there's such a big gap underneath, but if it gapped up so much, it means there's probably bullish pressure. And this is probably just a data that you just don't really want to trade that much. And it's really not, you know. But alas. Why was this a really dumb trade? I already explained. RTY had more relative weakness, so if you're going to short anything, short RTY. And yes, it looked like it was drifting down, and it was consolidating downwards. That's what it looked like here. Bar 21 was this nice little consolidation bar, little doji. It broke below, tried to push down. It broke below this bar, so it's 2 breaks of the prior bar in a row. But then what happens? It comes back and stops me out. Let's go to the chart now. Make this big. Doji bar here, bar 21, break below on here. Comes up, stops me out. We get a consolidation bar on bar 24. This time a more bearish consolidation bar near the bottom, not a doji in the middle. And then that gives us our break, and it drops about 12 points. So that's a pretty good drop. But again, RTY, that's the safer short. And bar 9, bar 13, bar 24, which, in a thing about bar 24, let me make this so it's more easy to see on your screen. Bar 24, it's a small consolidation bar after a period of consolidation. That is like a good time to short. You wouldn't want to short a consolidation bar right after a push makes a move down, unless it's in like the first 90 minutes of the day, because those consolidations can really move. You know, this is not a good short because it's like the EMAs are intertwining. Pushes up. Looks like it's about to switch back down, push down, consolidation. This is a good short. We just had an EMA switch. That trade just would have failed. And that's okay. And I thought that was a good trade, but maybe like the bar 40 is a good, I don't know, because it still has the EMAs. Like, I thought, hey, this is a good trade, but the reality is it's inside all this range. The 5-minute ATR is super low, so it's not volatile. It's not very liquid market. We want to trade when it's high liquidity. We know it's kind of rangy and choppy just because of this opening action. Yeah, it pushed down and made a breakdown, but on a day like today, you're probably just going to get one measured move down. And then, I think it comes up eventually later in the day, but just not a good day to trade the CPI because it gapped up so damn much. It's so much air. It gapped up how many points? 60. Gapped up 70 points. So it's a really big gap. Just not a good day to trade. Alright, guys. I am going to call it because it's time to end the video. I appreciate you watching. Sorry I couldn't be a better host, but I really appreciate you watching. Please give the video a like, a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, probably just should have not traded today. It was CPI, but it was very wicky bars. If you pay attention to the wicks, that can help you. It was a hard day to trade. It was a very hard day to trade. Yesterday, PPI was much easier, I think. Much easier. Normally, it's the other way around, but yeah. This would have been a great time to get long on ES, by the way, down here, because guess what? The EMAs, this index and the MNQ are both pretty bullish. And the 5 EMAs, it's like it had pushed up and then it had consolidated, made a pullback. Some people would trade this, I'm guessing, as a double bottom, but it consolidated near the bottom. It still supported these EMAs. You could get pretty long here on like bar 30 around 10 a.m. and target these highs up here. And it would take you a pretty damn long time. It would take from 9:50 to 12:30. And that's for me, that would be an incredibly long hold. That's like 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes. I need to be able to do that. Even if I just targeted the prior day close, that would still take 11:30. That would take an hour and a half. That's more reasonable and more my speed for my hold time. But yeah, it would have been pretty hard to hold through this, but ultimately holding through that is what helps you get your big wins. And you need to be able to hold through the discomfort and not interfere. Especially after like that bar, it's like, holy crap, it's over. I'm gonna get stopped out. I'll just sell and make 10 points or whatever. Or maybe I'd sell after like up to here. Maybe I would just target like this range area. That's like more reasonable. So yeah, it's probably, realistically what I would do, I'd probably target like 10 points out of it. That's $500. That's a really fat trade. And guess what? You get it after like you get it in like 15 minutes. Okay, that's really great. But then, hey, look at bar 45. You could trade that. That's a good bar because it's so small and it's like consolidation right at the top for a breakout. But it just moves so slow and it's not volatile at all. So this is the time where I would just say, I'm going to use a time stop. This is just not a good day for trading. It's not following through. I'm going to get out of here. So I said I need to end the video like 5 minutes ago, and then I kept talking. But I noticed this second opportunity. That's a decent opportunity. Something I missed out on. So appreciate you watching. I'm sorry I was low energy. I don't have anything else to say, so I'm going to go. And I will see you at the next one. Thank you for watching. I'm going to have more energy and be better, hopefully, at the next video. So, bye-bye. And I hope that you did well today. Peace.